How are you, my best friends, the great people of Kenya, the citizens of this great nation, and also great people of God, the people of the cloth, as normally we are called, and also the people of other religions. Uh, of late, we have heard and have seen what has been happening to our country, and at the back of our minds, most of the times we fail to understand. We seem not to understand what is happening and what is the cause. I know there are several people who have gone to prayers to pray for our nation. I know there are several people who have tried to give an ideas on their own part, and this is what is supposed to be done, this is what's supposed to be said, so on and so forth. But there is one thing I have thought of, and maybe this can be a nice bird that we can also be discuss about. I have thought of discipline and indiscipline. Discipline and indiscipline in everything that is happening in both sides of the political games or political parts, in the both sides, those who are in the government and those who are in the opposition. And we have the blame games all over, and also the government is blaming the churches, the religious people, that they are the ones who are inciting people to go to the street. But we have not come back to ask ourselves that since the first demonstration that was done by the young people before they went even to the parliament, how did we behave like a nation? How did we behave like leaders? What did we talk after that? And what were the words that we were talking about? Did we listen to these people? Did we decide to come up to the table and discuss and talk together? Or what has happened? Because you see, everything that is started or everything that is done, it is not done as a hot soup. It is not done with all that kind of bitterness. It is done by a kind of an expression. I want to express myself, or we want to express ourselves. In this kind of expression, what was the reaction in this kind of expression? Because if we had known that the reaction that we took was not right, we could have corrected ourselves at that point. It is not yet too late. But my advice to my citizens and my good leaders, both in opposition and also in the government, let us not deal in giving or speaking things which are not necessary. Things that we think they are very important in politics, but they are very nonsense. Because when you keep on issuing ultimatums to some issues, who are you issuing the ultimatums to? Who are you discussing with? Why are you using those kind of ultimatum? What is the necessary of it? You see, because you are not supposed to issue ultimatums. You are supposed to act on things that are going to correct the wrongs that are being spoken or the wrongs that are being discussed upon. You are supposed to come down and say, yes, let us now come to the reasoning table and let us see where the problem is. The same thing with parentage. You are a parent, you're in parenthood, you are a parent, you have your children, and sometimes they don't understand. You don't come to understanding, you don't come to consensus. There are some misunderstanding. How do you deal with those misunderstandings? Do you kill a child because this child is not understanding you? Do you chase this child away from you because the child is in misunderstanding? Yeah, what you normally do, even if you are eager, even if you try to punish this child, let alone you come and talk together, sit down in the table and discuss. And after discussion, then you can come to a consensus and agreement. You agree, this is how we are going to run our home, this is how we are going to behave, and this is the codes of this law. The same thing with the country. We're one big family with a lot of family members, and all of us, we have different kind of ideas. We may have misunderstandings. We may not agree on performance, on doing things, on some kind of talks, on some kind of reactions, but we don't thump our chests. What we need to do is come and reason together, because Kenya belongs to all of us. It doesn't belong to the Government, it doesn't belong to the oppositions, not the leaders of the government alone, not the leaders of the opposition alone. It belongs to all of us. And because we cannot be put into one basket, all of us, and give our reasons, then we need to stretch into those leaders in opposition, those leaders in the government. And we shouldn't stop talking what we call gases, what we call nonsense, what we call threats. You should not issue threats. You should look at what we call SWOT. What is our strength? What is our weaknesses? What are the opportunities that we have so that we minimize the threats and weaknesses in learning and managing our country. Remember, people who are angered can destroy everything. Building takes a lot of time. Destruction is just minutes. Why do we destroy things which are all important to us? Why do we destroy our economies because of very cheap kind of communication or very cheap kind of discussion, very cheap kind of threats, very cheap kind of politics? Why do we go everywhere and talk politics? If it is empowerment, if we are going to empower the community, can't we go a certain day and say that we are not going to talk politics? Can't we go and empower people, talk of empowerment and nothing more about politics? If we go to point of the opposition also, can we go and talk to our people and mention nothing about politics? Okay? Can we try that style and see whether we are going to lower the angers of this nation? And when people try